Barry Jones, Darren Barker, Tony Bellew with me. That was interesting. That was interesting. Look, we said, is this a bit too much for Felix Cash? 18 months out of the ring, taking a European title fight against Tyler Denny, who's been on a tear for the last 5 years. And in the end, even though it went to the scorecards because of a cut, it felt like Tyler Denny was getting his way in that fight, I felt.
Yeah, it became a Tyler Denny fight too soon than we thought it was going to be. You know, we thought maybe at the halfway stage he would start to, having more of an impact.
Yeah.
But after the second round, it was in the second round it became a Tyler Denny fight. So Felix Cash is in trouble then. He looked a little bit panicked with the cut. I would say that was a big factor. But Tyler Denny, that's what he's done. He's one of the most brilliant stories in recent times in boxing, in British boxing. He really is. He's come from as really an opponent for everybody, and just draws you into his fight. It's a skill. That's a real big skill. You tend to think he's up against more skillful fighters, but his skill is to drag you down into a war, and he does it so well.
Yeah, Tony, before the fight, me and you and Darren talked, and you both said it's going to be a fight of two halves, right? Yeah. It almost got there, as Barry said, a lot quicker than the second half of the fight, because Tyler was making Felix work so early for what he wanted.
Do you know what happened, Daddy? Felix landed clean in rounds 1 and 2, and I'm not good. There's no point in dressing it up in any other way. He didn't fancy it. I just think he didn't fancy it, and Tyler then he just kept rushing him, bullying him, pushing him back, and Felix looked like a fighter who hadn't done any studying or had never watched Tyler Denny in his life. He was clueless. He didn't know what to throw. He had no setups to the attacks, and every time Tyler Denny got stuck into him, he had no answer for him. He was just getting pushed back and bullied, and if anything, that cut just saved him tonight, because I think he was on his way to a beatdown, to be totally honest, and I don't think he fancied it.
Do you know what? I don't think we see Felix Cash fight again. He seemed disinterested to me. I don't know how bothered he was. I'm sure he went into this fight believing he could win, but it was just kind of, not quite deer in headlights, but it was just a brilliant start. Tyler Denny's backed up everything he said he was going to do. I'm the champion. I'm the man with form. I know I'm better than you. You've had your time. You may have been good a couple of years ago, but not now. You can't live the way you've lived outside of the ring. You can't have the problems you've had and perform against someone like me.
Isn't it alarming, Daz, when you think of all the attributes someone like Felix Cash has, and he just didn't use any of them?
No.
Yeah, well, in the first round, I thought he did. He's a bit light on his feet, and his hands were fast, but maybe the cuts wouldn't play the big factor. But either way,
he didn't get cut till round 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, but once you start holding your feet against someone like Tyler Denny, you're going to be in trouble. And if you're not using your natural attributes, but that's all about activity. You have and I think Andy Lee was spot on. You have to be busy, because you get not only getting used to getting punched in the face is one thing, getting used to being bullied, the strength, just the pace of a fight, your timing, your distance, all those things are real big factors. And when you start to struggle with that, then you can feel sorry for yourself. And I think you're right. I think he did.
Was he surprised by Tyler Denny's power? Obviously, you look at the record, and Denny has only got one knockout, and that came in his last fight, funny enough. He seemed to get caught big in that third round, and I just wonder if he maybe thought he was going to walk through Tyler and got caught with a couple of shots that hurt.
He did, Addy, but I think the biggest concerning factor for Felix Cash is it's when he landed big and got no reaction from Denny. And that's when he's gone, oh, didn't expect that. And that's when the fight literally left him, for me. He landed big on Denny in rounds 1 and 2. And when you land someone big the first time, you can think to yourself, well, I didn't actually land clean and with one bit. And then he done it again. And this Denny was like, let's go, let's rock and roll.
Your punch resistance as well. When you've been out the ring for 18 months, getting hit with those little gloves, you forget how painful and how shocking it can be.
Have a look at the rankings. This is Ring Magazine's middleweight rankings right now, the top 5. Alam Kanali at number 1, Carlos Adames, some good fights. Hamza Shiraz, who obviously performed so well against Amma Williams. Arislande Lara keeps on going, and Chris Eubank Jr. By the way, Felix Cash was ranked number 8 there. Tyler Denny's just beaten Felix Cash. Obviously, I guess they're thinking about Felix Cash of a couple of years ago, but he's still highly ranked. Where does Tyler Denny fit in this now? Where is he?
He's climbing, and he's knocking on the door now. That's what that European title does for you. It paves the way for big fights. It puts you in the governing bodies, top 10, top 15. You're there, you're close. I think that will do him the world of good as well. Look, he was in there, though he believed in himself. He was an underdog with the bookies, and he's just... You wouldn't call it a demolition job, but it was an accomplished job. It was a very good performance up until that point.
It was a man on form. He was a man on form. That's what you see. Look, you wouldn't give him a chance against the top 3 or 4 middleweights in the world. You wouldn't give him a chance. No, nowhere near. but you wouldn't have given him a chance against Bradley Ray back in when was that, a couple of years ago. You wouldn't have given him a chance, against River Wilson Bent before that. You wouldn't have given him a chance in the European title. He keeps defying the odds. Some fight,
And let's be honest, not many gave him a chance tonight.
yeah, that's
If we're
right.
going to be honest, a lot of people thought he was going to get slept tonight in the first 6.
I think you'll see maybe Hamza Shiraz have a little pick at that, because I think that's an ideal fight for where Hamza Shiraz is in his career. And I thought he was good tonight, and I thought he done really well, Denny, but he ain't beating Hamza Shiraz, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Not a chance.
we never know. Let's have a look at our OnlyFans fight of the night. All right, here we go. This is the OnlyFans fight of the night, and there was only one winner, wasn't it? I mean, this could be OnlyFans fight of the year.
Yeah.
OnlyFans fight of the decade. It was fantastic, this one. And we knew it was going to be as well. Conor Walker versus Lewis Crocker. Lewis Crocker in the end getting the decision. Barry, I didn't ask you. I asked Tony and Darren, did the right person win? Who did you
I thought Walker won it by a couple of rounds, to be honest.
A lot of people ringside think Walker.
I did.
I can't see
Look, that's relief there. That is relief, that reaction.
Yeah. That's not like, I know I've won this and I'm just lifting my hand up. Yeah, everyone, I've got it. That's like, wow, really?
Wait a minute, I've seen both of you do that celebration as well.
Yeah, mate,
Yeah, just for the TV. For the drama.
I just lifted the world title, mate. That's the only reason you see me do that.
Both of you. I saw you do it in black and white as well, man.
Bit of a low blow, Andy.
No,
For that.
I've seen it as
Got
well.
someone your own size,
I
Andy.
understand, I've seen it.
But you're bored as well, Andy.
A low blow because I'm short. There's all digs everywhere today. But I just thought the activity was fantastic, and even though there was some real quality in the work of Crocker, and all the shots were heavy, so you can count them more than some of his shots, but they didn't have an effect on Walker. So you have to factor that in as well.
All right, let's hear from both. Ali Drew has caught up with both fighters backstage.
Right, Lewis and Conor, what a fantastic fight we have just seen. Lewis, congratulations for the win. Just sum up how you're feeling after that.
Yeah, great. It was a great fight. Respect to Conor. The atmosphere was electric in there. I knew it was going to be into the lands then, and so it was. Anytime Conor had a bit of success, the crowd erupted, and I had to work a bit harder as well. So great fight for the fans.
Yeah, it certainly was. And Conor, commiserations, not quite there. It was a close fight, close result. Did you think you'd done enough to win at the end?
It's hard to say. We can both say, I thought I won until we both watch it back. You know yourself. We as boxers, you're going to go, oh, I won, but you can't say that before that because it was one of them. It's like everyone on one side had me winning, a few on the others had him winning. It's like it's a fight of two halves, and it was like back and forth all the way through. So, I would have took a draw. I'd be happy with a draw, but look, I mean, both our stockers just whiz. I'm lying, so it's just the way we fight.
And the eye is quite swollen now. Could you feel that?
Yeah, he's a big punching mother. But nah, it's I knew what shot. I mean, look, that's your famous shot, but he's deceiving. You know what I mean? I thought I had it at times at first, but it'd be like you'd just wait for that one sloppy jab and it'd be boom. It's like you know what I mean? But I enjoyed it. And I'll be back.
100%.
Yeah, well, yeah, the fans certainly enjoyed it. You did just say you want to do it again. Maybe not next, but you both want to do that one again.
I'd love to do it next, but it's just it's a fight of excuse me. I'd happily do it next. I know obviously there's obviously plans. So go and deal with the Paddy, and I'll go my way, you go your way, and we will meet again because this is what we do.
So last word to you. What is next now you got the win tonight?
Honestly, I'll fight anyone, but I feel like there's a big fight in the horizon. Big Irish show, all Irish show, Paddy Donovan. So I think if the fans want that fight, I think that's where we go forward. But I have options, and just whoever Matchroom wants me to fight, I'll fight. But just again, respect to Conor Walker, great fight.
Well done to both of you. Fantastic fight.
Thank you.
And that's why they called it the gentleman's sport. That was good to see. All the bad blood and the beef in the lead up to it. That's what you want to see. And look, if you're both, look, if you're Lewis Crocker, you don't really want it again. You want to move on. If you're Conor Walker, you want to go again, don't you, with that one?
I think both should want it again because I don't understand how he's got that decision. I think if you go to the punch stats, and off the stats for that fight, I'm not saying robbery. What I'm saying is, if you go to the punch stats, Conor Walker's out-punched Crocker in 8 out of the 10 rounds, and let's all remember, he walked forward the whole night. So if you out-punch someone and press the fight the whole night, in my opinion, you can't be the loser. I'm sorry.
What if, from a judge, you're looking at the person that lands the better shots, which might have been Crocker?
I agree, he did land the harder shots in the fight, but when you're outpunched 8 rounds out of 10 and you push back every round in the 10, I don't see how you can win. I really don't. So,
but also, I've got to say this, that he did land with the harder shots, heavier shots, but they don't have an effect. Don't they have the same credence as your shots?
Yeah.
Because they don't have the effect, the desired effect, then they're not really heavy shots.
Did we ever see him hurt? We've seen Crocker hurt. I mean, did we ever actually see him hurt? Because I don't remember seeing him hurt. All I remember seeing him is walk forward and walk through everything.
I would say, though, at times, though, Crocker did unload. Like, I mean,
Free shot.
No one lacked commitment in that fight. It was
Combinations.
brilliant.
Brilliant combinations.
It was fantastic.
But he got outworked.
Yeah, he did. But I don't know, landed maybe the better shots. Paddy Donovan was ringside watching the action as well. That's the one everyone's talking about potentially that could be next. I mean, we hoped we would see a face-off between Paddy and Lewis, but we didn't get it. But that's the one next.
Yeah, so the issue with Walker is I don't think that damages his career much. I think his stock's still risen in defeat there, but it just stalls it slightly now. You know, there were some big fights looming for him, but now look, that fight looks like it's going to be the fight. Paddy Donovan, it's a brilliant fight. If it's in Belfast, we're in Ireland here, doesn't matter. That is a brilliant fight, but for Walker, he may have to sit on his hands. He may have to have a little tune-up fight before that fight happens again, but look, I would love to see it again, and I love the Paddy Donovan fight.
Great night of boxing. We said it would be as well, didn't we? We said it would be an explosive night of boxing. And look, it certainly delivered. Lewis Crocker and Conor Walker put in a Fight of the Year contender, whilst Tyler Denny can look forward to more big fight nights after impressing with his first defence of the European title. So after another night of domestic dust-ups, it's good night from us here as well. Good night from Darren, good night from Tony, from Baz, and good night from myself. It is good to see domestic fights once again top the bill.
Can Hamza Uddin provide the spark that lights up the bill?
Lovely sharp jab.
And a signature shot to finish the contest. History awaits for Shannon Ryan or for Emma Dolan.
Oh, hit right on the button there.
Fantastic contest.
Emma Dolan, the new British super flyweight champion. He brings a colourful approach to the sport. There's Cameron Vong.
This is a proper test.
Very impressive win for Cameron Vong.
It's got war written all over it, this fight.
Oh! Shot left hand from Lewis Crocker.
Big right hand from Walker, here they go!
Lewis Crocker still unbeaten. 12 rounds for the European Middleweight Championship.
That's a nasty cut.
And Tyler Denny, in the end, a convincing winner and still the European Middleweight Champion.
I think they're attracted to sound.
What do we do?
Save everyone we can. I have a plan.
A Quiet Place, Day 1. Get tickets now.